Welcome to Joni's Doll Photography. Today I'm going to join Tracy for Show and Tell Wednesday. I've been doing a bit of sewing, and I'd like to show what I've been sewing and tell about why I sew on an old Kenmore sewing machine for my doll clothes. Here is Rainbow Bright and the Electronic Pet Games BJD wearing some corduroy in an animal print. And I've made a tiny pair of overalls and a tiny skirt and two tiny t-shirts. And here I've made my Connor doll, a tank, and some brown slacks, and my 1/4 size BJD, a t-shirt, and slacks. So what I've actually made today was the black t-shirt and the brown slacks. So I'd like to mention Donna at Donna's Creative Adventures and her tag, which is the Daily Doll Sew. And these dolls are my dolls in the 15 to 17 inch range. And we're looking forward to Marna's Dolls Rescued event hosted by Marna and Deron, which will happen in November with guest speakers, and it should be a lot of fun. And it's for 15 to 17 inch fashion dolls. And these two are definitely fashion dolls, and these are my two wannabe fashion dolls. So the reason I use this old machine when I sew doll clothes is because, let's put that under, the presser foot is very narrow, and I use that little narrow one on the right to make very narrow seams. And because this machine is only straight stitch, there's only a small hole under the presser foot for the needle to go in, so it doesn't shove my small bits of fabric down inside like my more modern machine does. And when you're sewing something as tiny as a t-shirt, you don't want it to be shoved down in that little space. Let me show you my other machine. This machine has a very wide presser foot, and if you look underneath where the needle goes in, because it's a zigzag machine, that hole is pretty big. So I mainly use this machine for larger doll clothes. Another reason I use this Kenmore is because it can sew through the thickest Velcro, and it never skips a beat, and the tension doesn't change. And my more modern machine, Velcro is no good in there. It changes the tension, it doesn't sew it nicely, messes up the needles. I don't know why this machine can handle Velcro, and it's fast too. And this machine was given to me by my neighbor across the street. It was sitting in their carport for several weeks, and he finally asked me did I want it. So I thought, oh, I'll try it. I cleaned it up, oiled it, and for doll clothes, it is the main machine that I use. I do have several other sewing machines and a serger. Oh, and this little doll, the Electronic Pet Games BJD, can wear the shoes that Deron at Dolls Rescued prints for Blythe size dolls. She happens to have the same size feet. So I hope you've enjoyed looking at my dolls and my machine in this little sewing corner. And thanks for watching.